My marriage is falling apart because my husband has had a 5-year affair with the same woman.
You made a proposal to her. You said to modify the marriage and have an open marriage.
Yes, I would still reside here for my children's sake, but I continue my relationship with my girlfriend.
Now, you actually made a counter proposal that you would have to come first.
No holidays with her. That lasted maybe 2 hours.
What man would not want to have a wife and a girlfriend? Chrissy would basically be the mom and be the housemaker, and my girlfriend would be everything else. It'd be like having 2 different cars. You know, you have a car, a weekend car and a weekday car.
And it is still going on, right?
Yes, sir.
In fact, you suggested that everybody just get together for drinks last night. You said, I love Chrissy and I love this other woman, but the love is different. You can love a dog.
You can love football, you can love your child. I feel it's just different types of love.
Okay, what's the love that you have for your wife here?
I am at my breaking point. I'm done. I am done with this. I'm tired of this.
Interestingly, the other woman involved in this says she's tired of it too, and she's here. Okay, if you would have a seat. Scott, where'd you want to sit?
Does it really matter where I sit?
I think it matters immensely, but you sit wherever you feel like you want to sit. What do you think he's lied to you about?
Kept one of his children from me for 2 years.
Do you have any guilt towards her that you're sleeping with her husband?
Yes, I do.
How can you have guilt?
We've tried to walk away more times than you even know.
If you try, why are you still calling him? That's not trying to me. That's not trying to walk away.
Do not insult my intelligence by telling me that you do not manipulate this woman by minimizing and trivializing your marriage here in order for her to believe that she is number one on your hit parade. And I'm guessing that you're having unprotected sex with both of them. So you're sleeping with her. What are you learning about him today?
Things that I know, I guess that sometimes I just don't want to admit to myself.
You just don't want to admit them to yourself? Do you know his children?
Only names and pictures and things that they do, and I mean, he shares all that with me.
Yeah. And he talks to you about Chrissy some.
Yeah. I mean, a lot. I mean, I speak to her. I mean, I talk to both about each other, depending on the matter at hand.
Yeah.
You know?
So how do you feel about that? He leaves your house and you, goes over at her house and talks to her about you. I'm sure it's not glowing.
No. I feel very, very betrayed by that. You know, she's nothing to me. She's my enemy, and I don't want her to know anything about me. And for him to go and tell her that, anything, it's the whole thing.
Are you the first mistress he's had?
I don't know,
Did he tell you you were?
pretty much.
Yeah.
I think that there was someone maybe that he somewhat sort of dated before, but
Somewhat sort of dated?
I don't-
Well, he's
I don't
told
know
us here
for sure.
today that he had an affair with another woman, that she caught him twice across a multi-month period.
It's just the same. It's the same.
Just a little different version of what he...
Well, it's a lot.
He
No,
has
it's a lot.
never
different
been
version.
faithful to a single woman his entire life.
Is that right? Are you a serial philanderer?
I don't believe I'm a serial philanderer. No.
Name one woman, one that you have been faithful to your whole life.
My mother. I feel I've lost a large part of the love I had for her. You know, I just felt like a paycheck. I'm unfaithful to my wife. I felt my wife abandoned me and was not being a wife, was just more or less a roommate. I met my girlfriend and fell in love with her. Do I love my wife as much as I love my girlfriend? Wow, that's a good question. I'm trying to be respectful to both women. It's unfortunate that I fell in love with my girlfriend a little over 4 years ago. I love Chrissy and I love my girlfriend, but my love is different. You can love a dog. You know, you love your children differently than you love your spouse. I'm committed to Chrissy in one way, but I feel like I'm committed to my girlfriend in another. Chrissy expected me just to stop my girlfriend. I told her, I said, well, is this kind of hard? You know, it'd be like, you know, somebody said, cut off one of your arms. You know, well, I don't want to cut off either arm. I know two women are in love with me, and it's a terrible feeling, you know, because ultimately I believe someone's going to be hurt really bad.
Well, some people think there's a solution to this. They think that you don't have to make the choices in life, that you can just have it all. And Holly Hill is one of those people. She's the author of Sugarbabe, the controversial real story of a woman in search of a sugar daddy. Now, Holly says, quote, we must stop demoralizing men who cheat. Now, she believes in negotiated infidelity versus cheating. So she is here. Holly, you want to come up and join us? There's an empty chair.
Hi, Dr. Phil.
How are you? Have a seat.
Hello.
You know who these people are. Now, Holly Hill's not your real name either. You have a pen name.
Yes.
This is your pen name. It's interesting that people on this side don't want to be who they are. They want to have different names, but it's fine, and I respect it, and I'll do it. But so your theory about this negotiated infidelity and what Scott has actually proposed to these two women, you say this works because it eliminates lying and deception?
Well, it sounds to me like this is nothing about negotiating infidelity and sharing. This is about degradation and cheating and stealing. And negotiated infidelity, in fact, is the complete opposite of what you are involved in here. Negotiated infidelity is about recognising that your partner has urges that you may not be able to meet. It's about appreciating their needs. And it doesn't necessarily mean having sex with other people. It may also mean pornography or seeing a sex worker or going to a strip club. But if a woman has to cross her legs in a relationship for any reason, she needs to appreciate that her partner has needs and make sure that they're met. And that's what you do for someone that you love.
Okay, let me see if I get this right. You're saying that a man has needs, a man has urges, and if a wife can't meet those needs, that she needs to be willing to call in reinforcements, be willing to bring in reinforcements.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Whether it's a prostitute or pornography or another woman.
Yes.
You're in a relationship, correct?
Yes.
And is this your relationship partner here? And this is Dino.
Yep.
And you two have a negotiated infidelity?
Yes.
Okay, and y'all been in a relationship for how long?
3 years. Coming
3
up
years?
Yep.
Okay, so how often do you put him on the leash?
Well, I guess and I'm certainly not making the analogy that men are dogs, but what I'm saying here is that if you love your partner, you ought to be turning to them and saying, darling, are you getting enough sex? It's a simple enough question. And if the answer is no, you come to some kind of arrangement between yourselves. And that might be a Playboy magazine. It might be time away from the kids for a couple of hours. But if you love your partner, you need to be meeting their needs rather than expecting them to control urges.
And do you have, Dino, you have women that you go see?
Yes, from time to time.
But then don't you also have negotiated lovers that you have?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, so you have extra and you have extra.
Yes.
So you obviously have the energy to do it. Why not just do it with him?
Well, it's variation. I want to have sex with different cultured people or different groups of people or different people in different jobs.
So variety is the spice of life.
Absolutely it is. Why are we making this into a sacred thing when it's it keeps you looking better, it keeps you fit. It's a wonderful thing to be doing.
Well, I understand about being fit, but I believe that my wife would rather me get on a treadmill.
That's right.
So what are the rules you have?
So, for example, my rule for Dino is that he isn't able to be intimate with women, so he can't spoon them after he has sex. And what woman is going to fall in love with a man that won't spoon her? His rules for me, on the other hand, are related again to his biology, in that I'm not allowed to have sex with a genetically stronger man. So someone who's more successful than he is, for example. So, and these are the types of people that we would be inclined to fall in love with.
Well, Charles says that he believes he was the all-time most hated guest on the DrPhil show. He wanted a polyfidelity relationship. You'll remember him.
My husband told me that he was involved with another woman.
I think I've exhausted my relationship with her after 22 years. I'm the powerhouse in my environment. I am the alpha. I was with both women for a period of 3 months. I even amazed myself as far as the sex is concerned.
Charlie wanted us to explore the possibility of having a triangular relationship.
What we looked at was the 2 women and 1 man relationship.
When I look up polyfidelity in the DrPhil dictionary, it says cheating.
I have needs, and I needed more, and I got that with the other woman.
The other woman in this relationship is on the phone. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Are you still having a relationship with him now?
No, we parted ways.
Well, you saw him Sunday for your birthday, didn't you? Would you like my opinion?
Yes,
And
that's why I'm here.
I think you are incredibly arrogant and selfish. Well, after the show, Charles and Tracy had a lot of work to do. Now, did Charles drop the idea of sharing himself between 2 women?
I really felt that I needed to end it with the other woman. I've seen the other woman 4 times since the show.
You met with her 4 times?
Yes.
I can't imagine it would take 4 meetings to say, what's your status of your marriage at this point?
Our divorce is going to be final next week.
So, all right. So it didn't come to a good end, and I'm sorry that that's the case. Where is Scott headed here in your view?
Absolute disaster. It just won't work. And, you know, when you learn the effects of what it does to your children, that is probably the most horrific reminder that you'll have in all of that fragile state of being.
I think you have a serious maturity problem here. See, when we grow up, when we're kids, we grow up and we want what we want when we want it, and we want it right now. And we don't want to choose chocolate or vanilla. We want chocolate and vanilla. We don't want to choose this toy or this toy. We choose both toys. You don't want to face the maturity of making a decision, a commitment, and the sacrifices necessary to sustain a relationship. If you don't want this relationship, then man up, buddy, and get a divorce. I mean, that's what you need to do. If you don't want it, then you should. You should just say, you owe it to her. You're doing her no favor by leading her along here. If you don't want to be in a relationship with this lovely woman right here, you owe it to her to tell her the truth. Do not waste her time. Do not waste her years. Do not keep her from moving on in her life and finding somebody that will respect her and love her and care about her. And if you are in love with this woman, if you're in love with this woman, if this is your soulmate, whatever the hell that is, if this is the woman you feel like you need to be with and you think you can tell that from playing house and sneaking around, then go do it. Then go do it, and good luck to you. But I'm going to tell you something. The failure rate for marriages that are born from infidelity is enormous because she knows in her heart that you're a liar. She knows in her heart that you're a cheater and a manipulator. And she knows that not only if you'll do it with her, you'll do it to her. She already knows that you are doing it to her because you've been less than forthcoming with her about the status of your marriage over here, and that's going to haunt you. That's going to bother you. And I'm saying this to you as a friend and a helper, and I hope you hear it in that way. You need to get a divorce before dark today. You have been cheated on, you have been lied to, you have been disrespected, you have been in every possible way humiliated and demeaned. You have a higher calling here as a mother of these children, and you are entitled to have a man that will love you and respect you and lift you up every day. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.